Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Melon, the CEO and the founder of the Melry Studio. And today, well, sorry about the beeping sound. If you can hear it, it's our Synology hard drive. One of the hard drives need to be replaced. Tomorrow we'll be replacing it, and I cannot go outside because the kids and the husband are watching TV and they're too loud a bit. So, yep, we're stuck here in the office doing our vlog, and today's vlog I will be discussing the signs or characteristics of a good leader. In running a business, most business owners and stakeholders, especially those big businesses, they have shareholders already, they seek to appoint trusted leaders and competent individuals to head the departments or occupy key position roles in the company. And most businesses succeed when the person leading the team or when the person leading the business is a very competent leader. An entrepreneur cannot scale a business unless he possesses good leadership characteristics. And today I'll be discussing what are those characteristics are. And I hope you tune in for that. In the Melry Studio, we are expanding and we are growing, and as we grow, we need more leaders to head departments in our company. Like we need someone to be in charge of equipment, we need someone to be in charge of our social media, we need someone to be in charge of our printing. These are examples of departments we need leaders to lead. I cannot do it alone, and I need more leaders to step up and lead departments that will be crucial for the company. There are signs that people are ready for those roles, and I'm just excited when I see people rising up to those challenges, and I get excited when I see those signs in the people that I lead and I see their potential. I have been reading a lot of John Maxwell books, and they talk about leadership, and I listen to his podcast, and then these are the books that I have been reading about leadership. So this is a good book. I recommend this book for those who are wanting to read books about leadership. This one is also a good one, The Transformative CEO. And the current book I'm reading is by Robin Sharma, The Leader Who Had No Title, which is very appropriate because John Maxwell said, leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It is about one life influencing another. So leadership is about influencing people, and people follow you not because of your title, but people follow you on how much you can bring to their life and how much influence and inspiration you can bring to their life. And for me, everyone can be a leader. Everyone can be a good leader. It's just a matter of choice. It's like everyone knows the secret to success, yet only like 1% of the population achieve success because not everyone is willing to put in the effort to achieve it, to achieve their goals, to achieve the success that they want. So everyone has leadership in them. It's just that not everyone wants to put in the effort to bring out that leader in them. So what are the characteristics of a good leader? The first characteristic of a good leader is for him or her to have integrity. According to M.K. Soni, integrity lies in doing what one speaks, speaking what one does. And according to Miguel Angel Ruiz, say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. So for me, integrity is about keeping your word and keeping your promises. And it's about choosing your words carefully because you are held against your word and you have the integrity to fulfill your promises and to maintain the trust that people gives you. I have so much to say about integrity, and this is a very rare characteristic of people nowadays because a lot of things can ruin your integrity. Money can ruin your integrity. Position and power can ruin your integrity. A lot of people who are hungry for position, they would rather betray a friend, betray a family, or betray the people that trust them just to have the position, just to have the money and the power. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is looking. That's what C.S. Lewis said. Without integrity, you cannot trust a person. So it's very important for a leader to have integrity. The second thing is authenticity. So who are you when nobody is looking? People say nowadays, especially in social media, that it's very important to be authentic, to be who you are. Yet they like to portray people in perfect situations and or in made-up situations just for the sake to gain followers and to gain likes. They even fake authenticity nowadays. So it's very confusing what is real and what is not. We should not blame social media for that. We all make our own choices, and we should not be blaming our parents, our society, the social media. People make choices every day, and we should all be true to those choices. We should all be true to ourselves. But sometimes it's really confusing because some people don't even know what they want. Honesty and transparency make you vulnerable. Be honest and transparent anyway. So people don't want to be authentic because they don't want to look vulnerable. They don't want to look weak. They don't want to look helpless. There's a lot of fakeness going on because they want to convince people that they're strong. They want to show everyone else that this is the life that they want, this is the life that they're choosing because it looks perfect on social media. We should all stop being fake just for the sake of likes and following. However, authenticity can also be used negatively because people sometimes use it to say that this is how they are and they will not change. Like, this is how I am now. You should accept me as I am. Yes, true. People should accept people as they are. But if you try to convince yourself that this is who you are and you're not going to be a better person, that's different. That is the wrong way of saying that you're authentic. You should be true to yourself, which means you should be humble enough to admit that you are vulnerable, you need help of other people, because that's the truth. Everyone needs help. Everyone needs other people to grow and be a better person, and everyone has room to improve themselves. So that is being true to yourself, not saying that this is how I am, this is how it is, and people should accept you just the way you are. Yes, people should accept you just the way you are, but like I said, you yourself should admit also that you need other people to help you and to bring the best in you. Being authentic is not being afraid to express your emotions. If you are sad, you can be authentic and say that you're sad. It's like accepting that you're vulnerable. If you make a mistake, you accept that you have made a mistake, and that is what being authentic means. And that brings me to my third characteristics, which is almost the same as authenticity, but it's about humility. Having integrity, authenticity, and humility are all tied up together, but they're very important characteristics of a good leader. If you are a humble leader, you don't care about titles, you don't care about positions, because according to Matthew 23:12, for those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. This is very important. Even the Bible tells us to be humble. Being humble is about putting others first before yourself. Being humble is not caring about power or fame. Being humble is accepting mistakes when you make them and being quick to apologize. And being humble is accepting that we are all imperfect people and we have a lot of room for improvement. That's why we learn fast. So when you're humble, you accept that you need to learn a lot of things. That's why you're a fast learner, because you seek wisdom from books and you seek wisdom from others, because you're proud when you say, I know everything already and I don't need anyone's advice and I don't need anyone's opinion. That's the opposite of being humble. So my third characteristic is be humble and stay humble. The fourth characteristic of a good leader is empathy. Empathy is seeing with the eyes of another, listening with the ears of another, and feeling with the heart of another, according to Alfred Adler. Can you teach someone empathy? I don't think so. It's something that you practice every day until it becomes a part of yourself. So empathy is listening rather than talking. Empathy is asking someone how they are feeling. When you notice that there's something wrong in them, you ask them immediately, not immediately, but you ask them and you try to talk to them and ask them how they are feeling and how they are today. Empathy is also learning about different people and the different backgrounds and culture, like understanding that people are different from one another, that there's no need for us to be racist or for us to discriminate other people just because of their culture, religion, or how they look. So a good leader needs to have empathy, because leaders can sometimes be seen as someone who just gives orders. But if you're a leader and if you have empathy, you just don't give orders. You try and assess people. You put the people first. You put their feelings first. You put the welfare first before business. And balancing the business and the welfare of your team is very important, because a business doesn't run without people. That's why a leader must have this characteristic. It's very important for him to empathize with his teammates and care about them and have genuine concern for them. He also needs to pay attention to their needs, like asking them about the life beyond work, not just about work. As a leader, you need to build relationships. Because how can you influence someone if they don't see that you have genuine care for them? So that's why, yes, number 4 characteristic is very important for a good leader. And the 5th characteristic for a good leader is for him to have goals. I have mentioned before that having goals is very important, but not everyone has them. Leaders are visionaries. That's why they are leaders. They have the vision to lead the team to that goal or to that vision. They have long-term and short-term goals, and they have action plans to complete those goals. Even if he doesn't have clear action plans, he empowers people to help him create action plans to reach those goals. According to Rosabeth Moss-Cantor, a vision is not just a picture of what could be. It is an appeal to our better selves, a call to become something more. Having a goal is very important, but actually the process of achieving those goals is more important. It's like the journey is more important than the destination, because as you try to reach your goals, that process in reaching the goal will make you a better person. In the process, you will realize that you have gained experience and you have gained wisdom. And the person that you have become while trying to achieve that goal is a better version of yourself. So having a vision is important, not because of that vision, but because of the process and how you grow as a person in achieving that vision. We become resilient because of the obstacles we face while trying to achieve that vision, and we develop ourselves while trying to achieve those goals. So I try to read a lot of books about leadership and about self-development, and I also read biographies of CEOs and leaders. However, for me, the best leader that has ever lived is Jesus. He is the ultimate model for a leader. He is humble, he has integrity, he's authentic. He did not care what the Pharisees thought about him and what they were saying. He was true to his goal, what his father gave him, and he had this vision for the whole world. And he influenced people not because of a title. He was a carpenter's son, yet he influenced a lot of people because of how he lived, and he walked the talk. He just simply said this, and he fulfills his promises, and he does what he says. Even though I read a lot of books, sometimes if I have a question about leadership, of how I should lead the people, how I should achieve my goal, the only question I ask is, what would Jesus do? And with regards to what I said earlier, we are all have the potential to be leaders. We are called to lead our families. We are called to lead at work. We are called to lead our children. And like what John Maxwell said, leadership is about influence. You don't need a title. You don't need a position to lead. And the first person that you need to lead is yourself. You cannot lead effectively unless you lead yourself, unless you lead yourself to your vision, to your goal, unless you become true to yourself. So I urge you on my vlog today to start leading yourself, to start living the life that you want. Start today. Lead yourself to your vision. Practice empathy. Start living a life with integrity, because your name, your honor is the only thing that you can bring with you until your deathbed. Your integrity is something that will be known of you after you've gone or after you've passed away. So I hope I have inspired you today. I hope that you will give it a second thought. I hope that I have convinced you that there's a leader in you that is just waiting to come out, and you can be a leader. You have the potential. I believe in you. It's just a matter of choice. Are you going to live up to your full potential? Are you going to use the talents God gave you? I challenge you to be a leader today. Lead yourself. And if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more self-development videos. And I hope to see you next time. Ciao!